So first I want to read this and then we have explanation. So two schools debating together, right? So these schools are from India, Chitramad, the Mindfulness School and Middle Way School. So Middle Way School of Pasangika Vipun, high school in India. So these two schools have different meaning of the emptiness, right? So Pasangika Vipun and Mindfulness School. So they have different idea about emptiness. So because of this, these two schools always debating each other, in the ancient time, right? So now the Mindfulness School, right? Mindfulness. First, I want to read this. So here is the establishing as the path to knowledge that deceptive truth are like illusions. So we are discussing about two types of truth, right? Conventional reality and ultimate reality. So the conventional reality is for the ordinary people. Reality, right? Ordinary people seeing, hearing, thinking, whatever, conventional reality. So the ultimate reality is beyond the ordinary people's perception. Ordinary reality is something, extraordinary knowledge. So therefore, it is very difficult to fit to the ordinary people's life because the ultimate reality, we are seeking the reality of yourself and reality of phenomena, We are analyzing through wisdom, analyzing and try to find the reality of the yourself as well as the reality of the phenomena. So ordinary, conventional, not much analyzing, just whatever you see, whatever you hear or smell, just you believe it, not much analytical meditation. So therefore, ultimate reality, you need, it will take long time to understand because we need calm mind, stable, mind is very calm, with calm abiding, samadhi mind, concentration on the focusing on the object, mind without mental distraction, mental agitation. So whenever we focus on the object, so mind always go outside of the object, right? So it's the calm abiding is kind of like making your mind more stable, and so therefore, plus we need the vipassana mind. Vipassana mind is analytical meditation. Vipassana mind is when the mind is very calm, right? Then you can analyze more clear. Right? If the mind is very distracted, even you analyze not that clear. Right? For example, like if the mind is completely dominated by disturbing emotions of like anger, not very clear, you see, that mind is very polluted and you cannot see object very clearly, right? So therefore, this school now, this two school, right? Now, first is the Mindfulness School. Now, question to the Madhyamika School. Question is, even if one knows that all phenomena are like an illusion, and how will disturbing conception be turned away? For instance, a magician who creates an illusory woman can still have desire for her. Then answer by the Pasangika school. The creator of this illusion has not abandoned the tendency of disturbing conceptions of desire towards knowable entities such as women. Therefore, when he sees the illusory woman, the tendency to see her emptiness is very weak. Although the illusion may be understood to be empty of being a real woman, through not understanding phenomena to be empty of true existence, the tendency of desire aroused it. That makes sense, right? So the mind-only school accept true existence, right? And the Madhyamika school negate the true existence. So then disagreement, you know what I mean? So therefore, however, through developing the tendency to know all the phenomena as empty, the tendency of apprehending things as truly existent will be abandoned. And through familiarizing oneself with the fact that no phenomena, emptiness, as well as deceptive truth are established as truly existent, in the future, the apprehension of emptiness as well as the false phenomena as being truly existent will be abandoned. At this time, it will be impossible for any disturbing conceptions to occur. When it is said that no thing exists, that means that the thing to be negated true existence, which is under examination, is not to be apprehended. At that time, since true existence, the basis is dependent upon which no true existence is posted as removed, how can non-virtue existence remain before the mind as truly existent? Just as the son of barren woman does not exist, neither does his dying. Once neither a thing nor non-thing, its emptiness, remain before the mind, then as there is no other alternative, such as something being both a thing and non-thing, or being neither or thing nor non-thing. Finally, the mind that apprehends truly existence object will cease and be totally pacified. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now this one, I have to read this. This quite difficult topic, right? So this is very important topic, but these two in class, the mind-only school, right? Explanation. Mind-only school summarize the argument of mind-only school, right? In objection to the position of the middle way school about two truths, right? Conventional truth and ultimate truth. So they are debating between conventional truth and ultimate truth. Mind-only school, okay. They say that if no object has any nature of its own, then the state of mind in which we recognize the illusion itself cannot exist. In this case, then there would be no subject mind that took the fact of illusion itself as its object. And since no object can exist if there is no subject mind to perceive it, then the illusion itself could not exist. This is the Manual school, argument. Now the middle way is that the middle way school answered this objection. They said that this same argument applies to the mind-only school itself. The mind-only school also believe that things do not have a nature in the sense they are an illusion. They are falling into illusion because they believe inherent existence. So when I look, you believe inherent existence, things are not truly existent. Their nature is dependent, arising, empty of inherent existence. So you fall into the illusion. But only in the special sense that things which appear to the external object are actually of the same substances of the mind, which means then they grow from the same karmic seed, which create the state of mind that observe them. The mind-only school claim to the middle way school, if things had no nature, they could not exist at all. If things are not inherently existent, not exist at all. But in the case, again, the illusion could not exist because there would be no state of mind that was thinking of them as external object. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so that I want to read this. Remember, mind-only school. Mind, subject, object. Right? So this is very good. Blue color, object. Your mind perceiving blue color subject. Mind and object, right? Blue color object, your mind perceiving eye consciousness, seeing directly blue color is subject. So when you see this blue color, right? Object blue color, always because of tendency of this karmic, always appears this blue color and subject mind, different entity, different entity, not one entity. So something, object and subject split, not coming together. But in fact, not. Blue color and subject mind is one entity. And it appears to our mind objectively existence, external existence. Without depending on the karmic seed. That's the point. Blue appears to our mind just objectively. No karmic seed, just blue. It says no. Because we have tendency in the mind. And that subjective mind and blue color, always one entity. But whatever appears to our mind, it appears different entity. So that is illusion from my way. Mind-only school illusion. That's the illusion. In reality, they depend entity. Right? In reality, so same entity, but appears to our mind, appearance Appearance, different entity. Reality, same entity. That's illusion. Mind only school, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? But Pasangika school, right? Illusion means things appear to our mind inherently, objectively, inherently. Reality, they are absence of independent existence. Then illusion. That's illusion from their viewpoint, right? So I will read this. Remember, they are debating these two schools, self-cognizing, self-awareness. These two schools, self-awareness. So Pasangika, the high school, Pasangika said, no need self-awareness, just memory is enough to prove in past. But Mind only school said, no, I need self-awareness to prove something. You know what I mean? So here, this is the self-awareness. First, I will read this. In the Buddha said, the mind's the same as the blade of sword, which could not never cut itself. Blade of sword. Mind, same as the blade of sword. Sword cannot cut itself. And another analogy given by the Indian master Deva, that a butter lamp isn't the object illuminated by itself, for the reason that there is no such thing as darkness shrouding itself and thereby becoming invisible itself. You understand what I'm saying? Sword cannot cut itself. To understand mind, what we have to do, right? To understand mind, we need another perspective, like mirror. Like mirror, it's like mind. So reflection, you cannot see your face, right? I cannot see my face right now. My face is very close to me, but I can't see my face. Mind is very close to us, we cannot see the mind itself. In order to see the mind, we need another perspective like mirror. When you look inside the mirror, right, then you can see your face. Reflection is the mirror, right? But inside the reflection is not your face, right? That's the illusion. But we think this is our face, right? But it's not our face. So remember last time these two schools, right? The mind only school said they need self-awareness, cognizing mind. So that means, so as I mentioned before, blue color object, right? And your mind subject to perceiving blue color. Now the mind which perceives blue color should perceive by another mind. That mind only is called self-cognizing, means self-awareness. So that mind only school said that the definition of self-cognizing is, it is state of mind, right, which focus only inwards, and it is discrete, subject-oriented state of mind where the sense of duality between the object and the subject is absent. That self-awareness mind. So it means, so your blue color, right, and your eye consciousness perceive blue color. So that eye consciousness, which perceive blue color, is mind, should cognize by another mind. That mind is called the self-cognizing awareness. But Pasangaka school said, we don't need this. Just memory is enough. You know what I mean? They said so Pasangaka school give analogy, right? Last time, remember? So they are not accepting self-awareness mind. Okay? So Pasangika rejecting self-awareness mind. This is just memory is enough too. So they give analogy. Remember we have this one. First, remember number 1, A. Being beaten by the rat is analogy. Rat, or experience of the object by the state of mind which perceives something blue. Blue, A. B. The fact that the poison has entered the body. This entered the body. At the same time as the bite occur is an analogy or the experience of subject which exists at the same time that object was perceived. Remember the Shanideva analogy. C. The fact at this particular moment the object blue color does not experience itself represented by the way in which the poison has not been experienced at the same time when the bite occurred. D. Remembering the bite later, remember? Later, thunderstorm, and then he remember bite. He remember, right? Remembering bite later, one is same as remembering experience of the object, blue color. I don't need this self-awareness, just memory. You know what I mean? This E. The fact we remember the subject slowly because we remember the object even without the previous subject ever experiencing itself is similar to the fact that slowly through the power of remembering the bite, power memory, we remember the poison which entered the body which was not experienced. So this two is cool, you know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? Mind only school. So blue color is object, okay. Mind which perceives blue color is subject, and that mind should realized by another mind. That mind is called self-cognizing mind. Just remembering, you know, I need this to prove. But Pasangika reject that mind. Just like this memory, remember, when the poison, red poison, you know, thunderstorm, you know, I give you all this analogy. So this is that these two schools debating about self-awareness mind. Now, according to Buddhists, according to highest yoga tantra, then mind, the different categories of the mind, right? Gross, subtle, very subtle, extremely subtle mind. So the gross mind, very easy. Our sensory consciousness, see, hear, and manifesting. Very gross mind. Don't need to prove anything, right? We see whatever we see here. I can see you, you can see me. That's gross mind. Now subtle mind, right? Subtle mind, according to now, subtle mind is not sensory mind. Subtle mind is mental consciousness. No eye, ear, no thinking. These are we call the very gross manifesting. Very easy. We don't have to prove, right? But now this is a little bit subtle mind. According to the highest yoga tantra, it means the movement of our wind, strong wind sometimes, middling wind and weak wind. So when the mind is involved with very strong wind, then like I can give you example like compassion, right, and hungry, thirsty, these are mind involving with very strong wind. These are some kind of like we call the 80 conceptual mind, 30, 40 and plus 7, this conceptual mind. So just some analogy of the 33 is just like compassion, hungry, thirsty. These are like when the mind, when the strong wind involving with mind. So that kind of mind, a little bit subtler than your eye consciousness. Then we have mind like we call the mind involving with the middling of the wind. So then we have like jealousy, attachment, like that. Some example, and then very weak mind, right? When the weak wind involving with the mind, I give you example like depression, laziness. So these due to the movement of the wind, strong, middling, and weak. So we experience different mental attitude. So this, generally speaking, 80 conceptual mind. When this 80 conceptual mind is ceased, then mind becomes subtle mind. Subtle mind means all 80 conceptual. When you are faint, right, nothing remember. Fainting mind. You don't remember anything, right? Faint. You're still there, you can't remember. You're fainting, deep sleep. No dream, mind, subtle mind. So when the 80 conception collapse, mind become more subtle. That mind is called the, according to Tantric, it is called the wide appearance mind. Wide appearance mind. So wide appearance mind, it means because our body is given by parent, sperm and egg. So the white sperm, remain on the forehead here. So when that knot open, so then this we are feeling like white appearance. The mind becomes more subtler. And then red increasing mind, right? Red increasing mind means our body is given by the mother, right? Eggs. So that, so we lose the knot from the bottom sexual organ, and then we are feeling like sunset, all increasing mind. When these two come together, right? White drop and red drop. We call white bodhicitta and red bodhicitta, right? So white drop, and it comes together at the heart. Then black near attainment. Then that is this white appearance, red increasing, black near attainment. These are much subtler than 80 conceptual mind. So gross, subtle, very subtle, and then extremely subtle. This is what we call the fundamental mind, fundamental nature of the mind. So fundamental nature of the mind means is not temporary, adventitious. It is beginningless, endless. Fundamental nature of the mind is basis of everything. You know what I mean? It's called the mother clear-light mind. It is natural for everybody. So mother clear-light mind is natural. When we die, mother clear-light mind is natural. So when mother clear-light mind is natural, right? So what we need is, if you are now meditating on emptiness, we are discussing about meditating on emptiness, then because due to your practice, so this child clear-light mind, which means understanding emptiness, combined together, and then you will not let them mother clear-light into the ordinary death, but transform into the spiritual. So that means you can see, many Tibetan lamas, when they passed away, they remain on the clear-light for week, 3-4 days. So that means mother clear-light mind and child clear-light mind is your daily practice, meditation or whatever. So you combine together, and then you still remain meditation, clear-light. And then it's not ordinary death. It means spiritual, superior. Transform your ordinary death into the spiritual path. That means recognizing this, your own dharmakaya, you know what I mean? Sambhokaya in nirmanakaya. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you have any questions?
Yes, well, I've heard that the Chittamatra mind is compared to the idea compared to the conventional view, and that the Prasangika represents the ultimate view. How it's represented?
Yeah, that's maybe when Prasangika school looking to the Chittamatra school, so then Chittamatra school fall into the two extremes. In Prasangika, when Prasangika look Chittamatra, then they fall into the absolutism and nihilism. It makes sense, huh? Because Prasangika, Chittamatra school is not middle way school. Middle way school, you have to cut the two extremes, absolutism and nihilism. When Prasangika looking to the mind-only school, right, and mind-only school fall into the two extremes, nihilism and absolutism, because they accept truly existence. Truly existent, Prasangika negate truly existence. So then you see they fall into the two extremes. You know what I mean? But all these are different method, different school, Finally, all this come to the one point to understand Madhyamika Prasangika school. Because Madhyamika Prasangika school, being negate something, but left over something. Being negate inherent existence, but left over conventional reality existence. So then coming to them, so they say the being, they say dependent arising and emptiness, right, support each other. Being dependent arising because of empty. Being empty because of dependent arising. And then they are coming to the middle way. You know what I mean? Middle way. So they're coming into the middle way, you know. They're not falling into the nihilism, absolutism. You know what nihilism means? When you analyze, you can't analyze, right? If you analyze this cup from the Madhyamika Pasangic viewpoint, it will disappear. Really, where's the cup? You know what I mean? It is collection of the parts, cause and condition, but you can't analyze. Because when you analyze, then it will fall, they are falling apart. Right? You can't just remain there, you know, cup is cup, just for drinking and like that. Don't go too far for analyzing the cup. You know what I mean? Then it will disappear, you know. You know what I mean?
Geshe, can I ask a question about the concept of, from the Prasangika point of view, you said that they don't believe you need self-awareness to perceive the colour of the world.
Yeah, self-awareness, if you accept self-awareness, you have to accept true existence. True existence means objective existence. So then they reject the objective existence, right? Cup is not objectively exist. If cup exists objectively, then it is inherent existence. So self-awareness means true existence, you know, inherent existence. So Pasangika school, inherent existence is object of negation. Right? If cup inherently exists, big problem. In that means no need cause and condition. Everybody, you know, cup can be no need cause and condition. That is impossible. Right? Cup is not inherent existence. Right? So, but Mandoli school, you know, cup inherently exists. Cup inherently exists, but dependent arising, because it depends on cause and condition. So that if Mandoli school accept inherent existence is not necessarily cup is not dependent arising. But when Pasangika look, you know, then if cup inherent existence, then you know, no need cause and condition, not depend on the parts. You know what I mean? So that's the so big debating between Mandoli school and the middle of autonomy school. So you know that things are empty, but do exist. Cup empty do exist. When you say, you know, very contradiction, right? Empty do exist. Empty do exist, contradiction, right? But in fact not. Empty, cup is empty because dependent arising. No independent existence. Cup do exist because it is conventional reality. I can drink, you know, water or whatever. Otherwise, you know what I mean. So when they negate something, left over something. Remember, we have object of negation. and but maintaining with conventional I and self. When you negate, but not going to nihilism, because you negate something, but you maintain conventional self, then you will not fall into nihilism. Right? If you negate and not sustain the conventional self, then you fall into the nihilism. That's why mind always go fall into nihilism. Right? They fall into nihilism because except in an existence. You know what I mean? Okay, thank you. Oh yeah.
If we don't need self-awareness, mind, but memory to perceive the colour blue, where does memory come from? Where's that original memory come from?
Memory coming from the seed, right? Seed. So you see the blue, you plant the seed, and then memory there. Oh, this, right? So right now you see me, right? When you go outside, you have memory of me. So you plant that in the mind, like seed, coming from seed. You know what I mean? Okay.